Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button, it helps a lot. And also keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. I hope that you're enjoying the series. I'll put the link in the description below to the entire series if you'd like to catch up on any videos that you missed or start from the beginning. Enjoy. All right, folks, so here we are just about 25 minutes before market close on Thursday, August 19th. We're going to take you through what I did today and then set up trades for tomorrow if there's anything left to set up. So basically, where I'm sitting at this point is just over what I had started with. So I got beat up a bit on my overnights, as you can see here. What's new, right? So Tilray came out for a loss of, what about 25 cents times 2, so 50 cents. And then Kara, which was my run-up play, actually came down. But I mean, the market forces that we were dealing with today have been pretty challenging. Now we're rising here late in the day, but most of the day we're getting beat up pretty bad. You see here, if we look at the NASDAQ, we came down. We started off the day over 0.5% down, which I'm sure you know. So I don't have to tell you that, but I did take another position in AMC to try to average myself down a little bit because I didn't want to close it out, but now I'm pretty heavily leveraged. You see I took a buy there at 35.01, and yesterday I had a buy that I held overnight at 37.04. I thought that 35.01 was a decent average down. It got me down about $1, but then it fell a bunch more. When I took that position, what I was looking at, just for good measure, this was at 10:55 was when it executed, so we're back here. So what I was looking at that time was right here. So I was looking at this trend, well, and I was looking back. I could back it up a little bit. So I was looking at this overall MACD trend that had been coming up all here. And then we sort of fiddled around above the 20 and the 50, and then we just fell through. And then we had caught ourselves on this supply and demand zone that I had plotted at 34.53 and pushed off of there. And then things were looking pretty good, but then we hit this next resistance level and couldn't hold it. And then just everything fell apart. That's also when the market was taking a pretty big dive. Luckily, I had this 33.48 plotted down below, and I saw we hit a double bottom just below there. So we briefly flipped to resistance, but then hopped back up on support, retested it, and that's when I felt pretty solid about it. So I said, okay, as long as we bounce off the retest, I think we have a good chance. And then we established over the 20 again, and now we're coming up. These bullish crossovers, the 20 over the 50, have generally been pretty good indicators of price movement, even if it's relatively brief. Now you see right now we have a bearish crossover coming, but essentially, probably the biggest mistake or the biggest downside to taking that average down earlier today and just sort of like, I took that play at 10:55 a.m. almost as if I had day trades left, which I don't. And so I essentially locked myself doubly into one ticker. So one ticker is now 2/3 of my entire account. And then on top of that, I couldn't get rid of the trade that I did have. So in other words, if I hadn't doubled down on AMC, I could have at least offloaded the losing trade that I had from yesterday. But instead, what happened was I locked myself in to that trade, which I couldn't get rid of, plus today's trade. So I didn't really think about that when I was going through thinking, I didn't really think that, oh, I could get rid of this trade that I had yesterday and then just pick a re-entry. But then because I averaged it down, then I'm locked in. Now I have to hold both shares until at least tomorrow. So recently, I don't think that that AMC has done super well on Fridays, but I could be wrong. You see, tomorrow's the 20th, so we had the 13th. Oh, okay. I could immediately be wrong. So this ran up from just shy of 32 to about 34. That was on, what did I say, the 13th. So then if we look at the 6th, right here, relatively flat day. And then at the end of July, yeah, which would have been this one. This was a down day. Okay, so we have a down day, a flat day, and an up day. So it tells me nothing. But you know, yeah, I mean, I'm just locked in now. So there's just nothing I can do. And at times I've really been kicking myself today, but what are you going to do? Now, the other thing is on the daily, we do have a slight bullish crossover, though it is waning a little bit at the moment. So hopefully that can pick back up. I mean, there's so many variables that go into AMC that don't have much of anything to do with the chart, but I have had good luck day to day, especially picking up plays over this 20 MA, and especially as it's approaching bullish crossovers. The problem is being out of day trades, it really puts me in a pickle. So that's where I am. So now I have the question of, I have 32 bucks in there. I can't take another AMC, which is fine because I wouldn't want to have 100% of my account in one in one ticker. But the question is, do I put that into anything overnight? And if so, what? I mean, there's still the question of Cara, which has its FDA decision on Monday, but it had previously looked like it was kind of leaning into a run-up prior to that, which we saw here, a couple of days of nice run-up, right? 12.33 up to, well, about $1, right? So almost 10% in a couple of days. But then today it's just fallen through the floor and getting back close to that 12.33 range. So I don't know that that's the best option. And then we have a bunch of really beaten down stocks like Jumia, which I could afford. But this on the daily is still sort of like just shuffling back and forth. So I don't know that that'll actually have any oomph behind it. I could go to the screener here. Oops. When I mean to click on the markets, I clicked on the screener. And when I meant to click on the screener, I clicked on the markets. So let me go price. I don't care about market cap. And we're going to look at, volume as well. And then what I'm going to be looking for is technical indicators of MACD Golden Cross. Okay, so let's see. So I need my price to be under $32, and we'll go at least $5, right? 5 to 32. And then volume, yeah, I want something that's at least, say, 1.5 million. Would strongly lean toward more, but okay, so these are the ones that I would have to choose from that sort of fit this criteria, so we could see what these look like. I don't, okay. So not the strongest crossover. It's down 20% today, okay. Down 8% today, and its crossover is basically gone. Oh, yeah. The only one I know, oh no, I know me and Grub, so I know 2 of these tickers. Okay. Not super appealing. Yeah. Everything's getting so beat up today. Oh look, Grub is green. Has its crossover. I don't know if it'll move very much overnight. This must be relatively low volume. Was this volume yesterday? Oh, 4.3 million. It's just such an ugly looking chart. I thought that's volume. And it's about to potentially cross over the 20 over the 50. Because I also need some that I can hold over the weekend because I won't have a day trade tomorrow. But I'll get 3 on Monday. And so having ones that could play out over the course of a couple or a few days might be a benefit. Now me, okay, not bad, but I mean, a bit of a crossover there, but it's stuck under the 20 at the moment. Yeah, And this I don't know, and it's stuck under the 20. So maybe grub, because it could have this additional bullish crossover. The 20 crossing over the 50. Plus we have the MACD crossover. Plus the MACD is generally moving in a bullish direction, even from back here. Slight though it may be. So maybe we would take one grub. I mean, it's just, what's the high and the low today? Well, let me see, what was the high and the low yesterday? So it's moving just within a dollar range. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to make much on it, but hopefully it gives me an opportunity for some gains, but it's not going to be like anything magical. And I don't think I have enough to grab an option on anything that would not just decay super quickly overnight. We have calls here. Calls of $50. Yeah. What is happening? This is super... I don't know. Why am I looking at strikes that are $50 to $125 on an $18 stock? I don't understand. Okay. What in the world? Did it just fall that much? What's this? Opened at 36, closed at 18. Holy cow. That was on June 4th. Okay. I mean, the only other thing would be if I wanted to take something like a Palantir. But even then, like, this is getting pretty extended. What was that other one that has a catalyst coming up? But I would definitely want to sell it tomorrow. AXSM or something like that? Yes. Hey. Yes, it's just looking ugly. Ugly. All right. Oh, come on, AMC. Goodness gracious. Get it together. All right, let's throw a grub and then probably just bounce it out tomorrow, but that's fine. Grab me a grub. Oh, look, I should have grabbed it before. Could have made a couple pennies already. But, all right, so that's where we are. $14 in cash, which I guess means I could get a me if I want. I wanted. Do I want to grab a me? So crazy beaten down. No, I'll leave it in cash. Or should I hedge something? Should I do an SQQQ? I don't know how much these even are. Could always grab a hedge in case things get wacky. But now I'll just leave it in cash. The cash will be my hedge. Oh, AMC, come on, baby. Can you just finish strong? All right, 15 minutes left, but I'm not going to, keep us all here to watch the end. You will have watched on your own by now, but that's where we are. A pretty volatile week, but I feel like, in a weird way, I'm kind of back on a better track. I know that I clawed back from the 70s back over 100 this week, so that happened. And so that gives me hope that now I can just sort of be back at my starting point, right? My zero line, my baseline. And now I can, let's just say this. Let's say next week, I'm going to try to go 20% gain. So I'm going to try to go 100. Hopefully we can close tomorrow with at least 100 to 120 by close next Friday. All right, that's my goal. I'm going to state it publicly, and we're just going to go for it, see what happens. All right, well, I hope that you had a good trading day. and that you close out the week strong tomorrow. I'll either see you tomorrow morning or tomorrow after market, or I guess, yeah, near market close, or both. And thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.